Hey everybody, I was invited here today to talk about one of my most favorite products in all of Aloette, and I hope after today some of you will embrace it a little more as one of your favorite products, and it is our opportunity. So our opportunity is, it's just another product. It's simply adding on one more thing to your repertoire that you sell. Hey Annette, it's a little nerve-wracking being in a group that's not your own personal little group with your clients and friends and consultants. So thank you guys for all tuning in and watching this morning. You know, a little backstory on me, just real quick, is I was with another company for 25 years that, with no warning, overnight went out of business. And I honestly was never, ever going to do this business ever again. And, you know, Orly and Bob have been friends of mine for over 30 years. Orly's one of my very best friends on the planet. And they reached out to me about Aloette. And, you know, and I was really, really looking for just a product to use. So never discount your discount junkies, because that's all I had intentions of being, was just, good morning everybody, was just trying to find a product to use for myself. And within a week or two, I thought I had pretty good skin to begin with. But within a week or two, I noticed the biggest difference in my skin. And so I really honestly just shared this with one or two of my best consultants and best clients from my former life. And they loved it. And now, a year and a half later, 400 team members later, you know, a brand new, crazy, amazing breakaway and another one on the horizon. Here we are. So that's a little backstory to how we got to this point. And I really want to stress to everybody that recruiting the way I recruit is not rocket science. It is, you do not have to be the sharpest knife in the block to do this. If you did, I wouldn't be here. It's just a change in your mind. It's a change in the way you think about our opportunity. You know, we're so blessed and we're so lucky. You guys, one of the beautiful things about my company, my previous company going out of business, was that it forced me to look into all the different opportunities out there. You know, I was curious, and mainly as I was trying other products to find something to consume, because I never want to pay retail again. I'm high maintenance and I can't afford myself at retail. And so I really just was blown away at how complicated all these programs are out there, the monthly things you have to do, and the amount of people you have to recruit and you have to sell. And you know, I'm just old and lazy, and I need it simple and clean and easy. And Aloette is that. Aloette's a breath of fresh air in a very complicated, you know, environment that has so much going on, and it's just really confusing right now. And if you step back a minute and look at some of these other companies, you'll see what I'm talking about. So, and so, you know, we're very lucky that we don't have a catch. It's a very clean, good morning, Ann, my next, very soon to be promoted out. So it's a very clean, simple, easy company, easy rules, easy guideline to follow. You know, you sell, you know, if you don't sell, that's okay too. And it's really hard to find that. So we're very, very blessed. So I want you guys to think of our opportunity as you're just adding on another product. And especially for you heavy hitters out there, those of you, good morning, Leanne, the rock star in Aloette at the moment. You know, the heavy hitters out there, you sell a lot of products. So why not add this to what you're already selling? Because that's really all we're doing, is we're selling one more thing. We're selling the opportunity. And really how my mind got wrapped around this was, with my previous company, I was in jeopardy of losing my status. I was no longer going to be a manager. We were struggling to pull numbers every month. And with my company, we couldn't carry the team by ourselves. You had to have team members. If you're going to be a manager, you had to have somebody to manage. You couldn't just carry the weight with your own numbers. And so I recruited these two girls, and I think they came from Amway, and that was their recruiting world, is they recruited everybody. Good morning, Ruth Ann. And they recruited everybody. And these two girls in a 2-month promotion turned into 180 recruits for my team. And I never looked back since then. So since that day, and that was, you know, 15, 18, whatever years ago, 20 years ago, I've never looked back with recruiting. I decided to never judge again, never try to figure out, you know, because the bottom line is, I truly believe no one wakes up one day and says, today's the day I'm going to be a skincare and makeup, you know, artist and a skincare consultant. I believe a lot of times it happens. It's just a process. And some people just don't have a clue that they need this. You know, it needs to be in their back pocket so when life presents itself and they need it, they can pull it out and use it. But you know, when we're so busy saying you got to jump through hoops and you got to do this, and there's nothing wrong with bringing in girls that want to sell, because Lord knows we need that too for sure to keep the company going. But I just feel like a lot of people don't know that they want to sell. And honest to goodness, had, you know, Orly come to me and said, we want you to be a part of our company, join our team, but you got to do this and you got to do this and you got to do this and you got to do this, I would have said, no, thank you. I'm waiting on grandchildren. I want to retire. I just want to enjoy this new phase of my life, you know. And so I just would not have been interested, but I was looking for a product to use and I fell in love. We have an amazing product that blew my mind after about 2 weeks. And so that really is the only reason I'm here today. You know, I have a motto that I stand by, and that is get them to church and baptize them later. You bring them in by the masses so you can find those Leannes and the Anns. And, you know, Leanne Leslie is a diamond, you know, just a huge rock star. And you had to go through a lot of people, you know, to get to that. And sometimes, like I said, people just don't know. Leanne knew, but a lot of people don't know that that's what they want to do that day. You know, so just don't assume about the people when you're trying to bring them in, you're trying to recruit them, and you're listening to their story. Don't assume what it is they can or can't do with our company. I was at a manager's conference, a leadership retreat, if you will, once, and I'll never forget someone asking how many of the managers in the audience, and there were several hundred of us, get them to church, baptize them later. How many people in that audience only joined for a discount? And there were probably 300 of us, or maybe more, I don't remember. And I would say a good 90%, if not more, raised their hand. They only joined because they wanted a good product at a discount. They were at a party, thought it was a cool thing to do. They had a job. They had, you know, 3 kids. Their life was crazy. But here they were at a conference as a manager, as a leader in the company. You know, a certain percentage get to management. And almost all of these had started out as a discount person. And that really resonated with me, along with the 2-month promotion I was in that my team recruited like 180 people, you know, way back when. And so when I came to Aloette and, you know, I talked to Orly and Bob, I'm like, you know, I respect the way you guys have all done this business. If you'll let me try something for 90 days, if it works, we'll continue to do it. If it doesn't work, I'll acknowledge it and we'll move on. And it worked better than even I could imagine. It shocked me because here I am, someone that joined. I really had no goals. I had no desires to do this. I just wanted to get my products and let my clients and consultants know about this awesome. Recruits are like spaghetti. Throw them on the wall and see who sticks. Exactly. You know, you never know who's going to rise to the top or who's going to stick to that wall, as Ann said. But let's see, I lost my train of thought. I forgot where I was. Oh, I had no goals. I had no, like, I really had, Orly would say all the time, because she is a goal driven, you guys know Orly, and she was just freaked out. Well, don't you have a goal? How many do you want to recruit this month? I'm like, Orly, leave me alone. I just want to chill. I sit out by the pool. I want to hang out with my husband at night. And if I bring a person in here or there, yonder, so be it. So I was really shocked in December when she told me last year that I had won the trip to Curacao. I had not tried, I had not planned for it, but because I brought so many people in, and honestly, it was just because this $39 kit is insane. It's an amazing social media opportunity for us. And it just started happening. It started snowballing. And so then, you know, fast forward a year and a half later, someone like Leanne Leslie, who has an insane work ethic and an insane goal. I mean, she's single, she's young, she's beautiful, and she's like, hey, there's a free trip. I'm not passing that up. I want to be on that cruise in May with you guys. And I'm like, she's lost her mind. And Orly's the same. And Orly says, okay, well, this is what you got to do. And she did it. And so she took a program that, you know, we've played with and developed for a year and a half, and she put a goal with that program, and she completely crushed it. She knocked it out of the park. And now, you know, Ann is duplicating it. So what we're doing is duplicatable, when a year and a half ago or a year ago, a lot of people said what we were doing wasn't duplicatable, that it was, you know, unique to just me and my way of doing this. But it is very, very easy to duplicate. And with Orly, you know, she's like, sign them. Let's see. What she always says, we sign them up, we book them, because she wants them to have a party. If they're local and you can have a party, or you can do an online party with them, so they can become familiar with the product. They, you know, have a little more interaction, and they have a relationship with you. And then from that party, you know, if they're going to just, because a lot of people change their minds at parties, and you know that. They may decide, well, wow, she's going to make, you know, a couple $100 tonight. I really could use that, even though I signed up just to get these products. So by booking these people, you know, you can take that to the next level, or you can keep the recruits and the bookings yourself and move forward with your own business. And then we also teach everybody to go get there too right away, because, you know, why get 25% off when you can have 35% off? That just is ludicrous, makes no sense. So you sign them, you book them, and then you train them to get there too. And that really, you know, just think if you guys had 10 team members go out and get 2 this month, you've added 20 people to your team. And the person that recruited them may not be the rock star, but your next rock star may be somebody you don't know, somebody you've never met. But if they don't bring them in, then you have no option or no opportunity to find that rock star. And so that's why it's important to get your team duplicating themselves as quickly as possible. Because, you know, sometimes the lifespan of recruits are, you know, short and sweet. Some hang around forever for their discount, and some move on. That's why it just has to be a constant funnel of bringing people in all the time. And like I said, Leanne took this program, and in 6 weeks, you know, broke company records and did something no one's ever done in the company. So she's more than proved that this works and that it can be done. And she is, you know, she's a great marriage of being able to recruit and sell. Because a lot of people feel like, well, you can't recruit your clients. And there is a way to have a balance in this. And, you know, for me, I don't go out and sell, you know, a ton of products, and I do recruit a lot of people, and that's comfortable for my lifestyle. Someone like Leanne that's single and young and needs the income, and she can go out and sell and make money that way. And she can, you know, if you've got 10 women in a room, there's no reason you can't sell to 7 or 8 of them and recruit 1 or 2 of them. You know, having $2,000 and $3,000 parties is amazing, but you're missing out on some really good opportunities to recruit some women that could, you know, like I said earlier in the video, I'm old and lazy, and I want to have a residual income that I don't have to work so hard for. I want to know that, you know, at the end of the month, the beginning of the next month, I get a paycheck off of this amazing group of women that have shared the opportunity, they've consumed products, they've sold products. And so, I like having that residual income, and I certainly don't want to be the one selling it all myself in order to be a manager. I want other people doing it, and whatever I do is icing on the cake, not what's driving my team. So, you know, just keep in mind that a system and a goal is powerful. I still don't always create goals. It still drives Orly crazy, but, you know, but for those of you that are goal setters, you can really, the way they've changed y'all's trip promotions, I mean, if you want to travel, going to Ireland, I think, is on probably everybody's bucket list. I don't know a person that wouldn't love to go to Ireland. And, you know, I fully intend on going and taking my husband with me. So that is a goal of mine. And Aloette has made it so easy. Why do I want to go out there and be gone 5, 6, 7 nights a week, you know, all day Saturday, doing 2 parties on Saturday, when I can go get, you know, 50 people to do it for me? I mean, it's just that simple. You know, that's what all CEOs do, is they delegate to people that are way smarter than them to go out and make it happen. So, you know, I fully intend on finding 50 to 100 new people to earn my trip. And, you know, I'll contribute some too, but I just feel like it's better to spread the wealth and let them all have the same opportunity I have. And I also feel like when you don't recruit, it's being a little selfish to not offer this opportunity to someone because you want to sell her $500 that night. You know, you never know what's going on in her life. And if you really want to touch other women, this is such a powerful vehicle to allow us to touch other women. I was a corporate trainer with my previous company, and I'll never forget at the end of a class we did, we had a little graduation ceremony, and these girls come up and give their testimony. And I'll never forget this one girl saying she only joined that company, not for the products, not for the income, but she had recently been saved, and she had been a drug addict, homeless, living in a car, and she had become saved. And she joined that company because she saw it as a way to witness to other women. So she would go out and do parties, and before her parties, she asked permission to pray and invite anyone to meet with her after the event, you know, to talk about becoming saved. And I'm like, who would have ever, you know, thought of that as a reason to join a skincare and makeup company? So you just never know, you know, what this means to somebody else. So just don't keep it to yourself, because, you know, if you need a certain amount of income, figure out how to get that amount of income, but find a way to share the wealth and, you know, to spread the wealth so other women can have what you have. And don't make it so complicated for them to get it. Okay, so, you know, bringing in Leanne and Ann, and Leanne's brought in 100 people already in like 6 or 7, 8 weeks now at this point. And, you know, Ann's already brought in like 20 people so far. So the one thing I really want to say, and including myself, is we don't know another way. So sometimes we have habits. We're used to something. I know, Ann, Ireland's right up your alley. You know, so we don't know another way. We don't have habits that we need to break. We only know what we're told right this minute. And so I get that if you've done things a certain way, you know, for 2, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it's a hard thing to change. Believe me, you guys know Orly. So changing her mind was not easy. But, you know, I found a partner that was willing to be open-minded and try and play with some new things. And, you know, lucky me, I get to use her dime to go out there and play and do this. And it's worked out for both of us. So what we do is just a couple things in a nutshell, and then, you know, and then I'll wrap this up. I haven't been timing this. I'm not sure how long I've been talking, but we only offer, and I know this is going to create some shock and controversy, but we only offer one kit. We started this out with all the kits on the website, but we took down all the other kits except the one $39 kit. We wanted this to be duplicatable, easy. We wanted to be able to do it in social media, at a party, at a one-on-one consultation. And when girls would log in and see all the other kits, well, I want that big kit with all that, you know, $500 worth of products in it. Well, that just means that they don't need to turn around and order, you know, anything at all as a consultant, and a lot of times those kits weren't exactly what they needed to go out and sell with. And I know a lot of different franchises have different plays on what they put in a kit. And so we took it down, and we only do one kit, one $39 kit. And yes, you can sell with that kit. Our $39 kit is amazing. It's the original $39 kit you guys had. It's unique to Aloette. It's very cool and specialty products. You know, it doesn't compete with other products that they may already have, and it doesn't prevent them from ordering once they're a member. And if they're a member, once they've joined and they want to go make money and they want to do presentations, then you help them put together a package that works for them and their lifestyle. You know, she might be 28 years old and want to sell a different, you know, stream of products than I sell at 53 years old. And so, you know, we help them put together a package. I mean, from what I understand, you know, a lot of people don't make money on these big packages. The franchise doesn't, the consultants don't. And so we've put together, you know, a package. They can customize it, or as your franchise, you can put together a package, you know, $500 package that just has what your franchise seems to really be. I know some franchises are Aloe Pure franchises. Some are platinum franchises. We happen to be a big platinum group. And so, you know, we've put together packages that says, look, this is what everyone orders. It's going to be what you want to use if you want to consume and you want to have amazing skin and you want to share this with your aunt and your mom and your girlfriend and say, hey, look at my skin. I know you want some of this. Or if you want to go out there and make a little, you know, you've got more money than money and you want to make a little extra money every month, or you want to make an executive income like Leanne wants to make and Ann wants to make, then you take this same package and it's what you go and demo with. There's not a company on the planet that you don't have to spend a little bit of money to be a part of. We don't want one night stands. We want the $39 kit gets them in. And the biggest thing is you have to treat these women like a client. You can't go out there and sign up, a whole bunch of $39 people and you never speak to them again. Believe me, I've got some that I haven't spoken to and haven't met over this last year and a half because this thing kind of got out of control. And I've not really gotten any mileage from those people. You have to have a system in place. That's what's so amazing about social media is we can create videos and say, hey, watch this. I want you to know what those 4 products do in your $39 kit. I want you to embrace it, love it, and then go share it with somebody. I want you to enzyme peel your husband and your next door neighbor and your mom and your daughter. And I want you to show the hand couture, to everybody. It's such a special hand lotion. And so they've got to fall in love with those first 4 products first, and then you move them into, an order that you help them build, or a package that your franchise puts together. So putting in a package just makes it fast and easy. That's all. So you use the products to consume, or you use it to expand your business and to build on your kit. Product knowledge. I mean, if you just got to get up there and do a 10-minute video on the amazing benefits of enzyme peel, or you share someone else's video because you're not comfortable doing it. We're so lucky, for the last 30 years of me being in skincare and cosmetics, I mean, we had to do the old-fashioned thing, pick up the phone and call 10,000 people. Now we can just do a video and send it to people, upload it and shoot it out. So we can be at, a million places at one time via videos and social media. And so there's no reason, Aloette is 40 years old and we're so tiny and we're so amazing that there's no reason we are not massive. And so, with the $39 kit and being able to get out there with social media, we can explode this thing the way, Bob deserves to have it exploded, because it is such a great company and a great product. So the main thing is treat the new recruit like a client. Wine and dine her and make sure she gets what she needs. She's happy with her products, that she understands it. Don't let her get it. It sits there and then she never opens the product and uses it. And then lucky me is, I have an Orly in my back pocket who will go find the diamonds in the rough, and then she'll pick them up and she'll work with them and get them to that next place. She'll get them to that next level. She'll be like, this girl really is hungry. She wants to make money. And, so then we have, trainings and videos and ways to help these girls, do one-on-one consultations, do parties. And Lord knows I'm still trying to figure out Facebook parties. So that's my next big thing. But, there's just so much to teach these people, and we're so lucky that we have an avenue with social media to do that. There's no reason people should be uneducated about products anymore. The videos keep people informed, and then creating your private Facebook groups with your clients, with your consultants, so you can stay in touch with them. If you're a consultant out there that you just have 3 or 4 people and you've got a handful of clients, go ahead and create that special group and invite people to join you and start plugging in videos that educate them about the products, and plugging in cartoons and funny things about women, and, make it a women's only special event. Bring other people in to speak from time to time, and, make it a special place for women where they want to be. And, you make it nobody watching you for the first video or the 10th video. But then eventually it catches on, and you just keep doing it. Just like you do a party. You do a party, one person shows up, you don't quit, you go do another one, then you do another one, until it just, you're comfortable and it all catches on and you feel better about it. And the bottom line is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you absolutely love where you're at in this business, if what you're doing is working, I always tell people with their skincare, when they're struggling over buying a platinum package or whatever, I'm look, honey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you love your pores and you love your oily skin and your flaky nose, and I don't say it like that, but, then keep doing what you're doing. You know, what's the other saying? Keep doing what you've been doing and you'll keep getting what you've been getting. So as long as you continue to do your business exactly the way you've been doing it, if that works for you, then continue to do it. If you feel like you want to make a change, then you've got to make a change. It's got to start somewhere, and change is always uncomfortable. It's never the most fun thing to do. I hate getting a new phone and trying to figure out the changes, and social media makes me nuts because it's changing all the time and it takes me a minute to catch on. So, but the main thing is, you know, none of this would have happened, what I've done the last year and a half, without someone like Orly who's willing to take a risk and take a chance and, you know, do something totally unorthodox and uncomfortable for her. It wasn't her way. She's been the top seller, the top recruiter, the top everything at one point in her life in this business. And she's, you know, she stepped back and said, okay, we'll try it. But, you know, if it doesn't work, don't get your feelings hurt. And she was willing to try it. And it's just been a fun, you know, at this point in my life, it's not so much the income for me as much as it is having that connection with women, being able to, you know, have a reason to put clothes on. Sometimes you might not even get dressed when you're at home, retired, not doing anything. You know, so it's a fun way to stay in contact with women as we get older, especially. So we all have our reasons for why we want to do this business, but if income is one of them, there is money to be made in this business. You don't stock inventory. We just, you know, you don't deliver. We have so much to offer other women that I hope you won't keep this opportunity to yourself anymore, and you'll go out there and you'll share this with everybody you know. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope I didn't talk too long. I think it was about 30 minutes. I'm sorry. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Good luck, everybody.